Figure out where to start.
Download. Ahambu go check on you. Now Ahambu Ogechi Aganu. Hi, I'm Ugochi Aganu. And I'm Ogechi Aganu. And this is Both of us are first-generation Nigerian Americans who grew up speaking Igbo. But as we went through American schools and hung out with American kids, we kind of learned that it wasn't cool to speak Igbo, and therefore we kind of slowly forgot our language. A lot of children of immigrants have this experience, and as they grow older, start to feel disconnected with their language, their culture, and their people. Some kids might never have even learned the language that their family speaks, which can make you feel super ostracized at family events and other places where everyone speaks that language. After going through all this, we decided that we wanted to relearn Igbo. At this point, neither of us are fluent, but we are, I don't know, if you speak slowly to us and yeah, we understand. We understand a lot, and we can speak some Igbo. Yeah, we just kind of sound American. Yeah. And plus it's hella cool to just be we're bilingual, so... Yeah. So if you also find yourself wanting to relearn the language that your family speaks, here are a few things that we have done in order to start that process. Nkembu. Number 1. Just ask your parents to start speaking to you in that language more often. It sounds super simple, but it really helps to pick up everyday vocabulary that you'll use often. If you live at home, you can ask your family to have a dinner once a week where you only speak Spanish or Vietnamese or whatever language you're trying to learn. And if you live away, speaking in your friends that have this. One time this summer, I had done this prayer all in Igbo in church, and I was so proud of myself. I bodied that prayer. I'm woo go Jesus, woo go Igbo. I'm doing this. Okay, I'm in the language. They'll totally respect you for ooh, look at them, you know what I mean? Yeah, they'll be okay, they'll start to see that you understand things and you are willing to learn this in Igbo. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, it's cool. Connect with your cultures, learn that language. You got do it for you. Yeah, you got this. We're proud of you and we're with you every step of the way. For sure. Yeah. This has been Life Skills. Thank you for listening. Bye.
That was Life Skills with rookie contributors Ugochi and Ogechi Igonu. Thanks so much, you guys. Winona Ryder is best known for her roles in Beetlejuice, Heathers, Edward Scissorhands, Girl Interrupted, and most recently the sci-fi horror series Stranger Things. But also, it felt so silly saying all of that because she needs no introduction. When Rookie first launched in 2011, we ran a tribute to her, and Winona very generously reached out by email just to say thank you and I support what you guys are doing. Since then, I've had the great pleasure of getting to know her, and while I was over here trying to model my high school experience off of movies she's been in, she's actually the biggest film nerd I've ever met. She's seen more movies than anyone I know and read more books than almost anyone I know. And talking to her is everything leads to a movie reference, and I learned so much. I got inspired during our conversation for this show just by how passionate she is about the stuff she loves and how that's informed her work for the past 20 plus years. We're going to drop into the middle of our conversation. We were just talking about J.D. Salinger, who she's also an expert on, author of some of my favorite books like Catcher in the Rye and Franny and Zoe. Thinking about my role with Rookie as I'm no longer a teenager and my life's become very different than it was when I was in high school, and I keep thinking about this thing that Janet Malcolm wrote in an essay about J.D. Salinger. She says that all of his, I don't mean for this to be gloom and doom, it's interesting to me, but she's all of his stories and books have this theme that only other kids can save kids, adults can't save kids.
Yeah, he wants to catch them when they, jumping off the cliff. And I always thought that was sort of, Huckleberry Finn set out to the lighthouse, and then I always felt like they were almost cousins in books. Holden wanted to save all the kids.
Yeah.
And I think I had that class